What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. And we made it past the regular season and we made it to where it all matters the postseason, the playoffs. We made it to Super Wild Card weekend. And as always, before we make our picks and predictions for both Saturday and Sunday slate of games, go down and like and subscribe. Comment who you got, what prop bets you sliding with, any best bets for the weekend that we should be hammering. Let us know. But I'm Paul Pick and Winner, and I'm joined with.
Man, you already know, man. It's your boy Kev, Waterboy Savoy, aka the Don PYE, and always the realest on your screen, man. But this is so funny because like you guys don't get to see it because like Paul's doing the countdown, but Paul counts down five, four, three, two, and then he hits the live, and it was so funny because like for some reason this time he did it, and I just started singing the iCarly song in my head. I was just like,
Man,
live
that bitch
life,
low key fits
breathe air.
perfectly.
I was like, live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there. It'd be so
It'd be
wonderful.
wonderful.
It's all for real. Like, I'll tell you just how I feel. That's how we coming,
Banger.
man. It's the playoffs, baby. And of course, for the eighth year in a row, my Falcons are not there.
Damn. It's been
Yeah, we
eight
have.
years.
Yeah, we had the sixth longest. I think we're tied for sixth longest. No, we're no longer tied. Me and the but us and the Panthers were tied for the sixth. I think like sixth or eighth longest sports drought in all of American sports. But on playoff drought in all of American sports. But the Panthers just made the playoffs this year.
Damn. Just like that.
8 years, baby. 8 years
I don't
strong.
know our exact number. I know the last time we made it to the playoffs, we were a wild card team. We played the Steelers, and they just blew the absolute brakes off of us. And like, I don't ever like they were like. Other than that, it was another 20 years before that. So they were like, oh, the one playoff I remember gets absolutely obliterated. I don't even want to talk about it.
But as long as y'all made it to the playoffs while we had a podcast. Like, you feel me? Like, never have I been like, hey, Paul, it's wild card weekend. My team finna eat. Like, I remember we were dogs, like the Julio Jones, but I was all the way in the Julio Jones era. Like, last time I remember us winning the playoffs was when we beat the fuck out of Todd Gurley and the Rams.
Actually, you're right. The last time we made the playoffs was like 2 years ago, and Sky Tua got hurt, so Skylar Thompson was our starter, and we almost beat the Bills on some like defensive special team crazy shit.
Come on now. Put
So
respect
that's at
on
least
my.
better memories. That's at least better memories than the Pittsburgh blowout fucking from like 8 years ago.
Are you sure it was Pittsburgh or was it Kansas City?
No, it was Pittsburgh. That was actually the number. You're right. That's the last one. We've actually been to playoffs a couple times the last couple of years.
Mm.
It's just been so I guess I really just try to block it out because fucking every year we make it one round in and then bloop, it's fucking up out of there.
It'd be like that sometimes. My team's probably been like one or two games away. Like out of those 8 years, at least like
Four,
four.
five.
Yeah, four. Because
Like
there
this
have
year
been,
alone, we know.
yeah, there has been some abysmal like seasons, but like there's like three of those seasons we were the favorite. We were the number one seed going into like the last 6 weeks or so, and then we don't even make the playoffs. But it'd be like that, man. But 2026, man, Paul, who's your favorite team in the playoffs right now? You can only pick one.
Favorite
I'm
team in
not
the
saying your
playoffs.
Super Bowl pick. I'm just saying your favorite team.
Just the team I want to see go all the way. It'll be the
Nah,
nah. There's my favorite team, the most exciting team. I would say the most volatile team that you don't know what you're gonna get. It's gonna be the Jaguars. That's my number one team of this playoffs, the team that I'm most interested in. They're gonna have the toughest test, not the toughest test, but we'll find out early and quick. Bills, first game of the not first game of the play, but they play the Bills off rip. We'll see if they're real deal title contenders in that game alone. But like the year before, Trevor Lawrence throws like 3 interceptions and they still win the game. Fucking come
that
back from
game was crazy.
yeah, like is Trevor Lawrence going to show us that he is the real deal himself out of Clemson and like how is he going to hold himself against his Bills? Like to me, my favorite team is the Jaggies because like maybe the Bears, but I think it's Jaggies because they're the most like I don't know what to expect, and it could be the most fun team or there's a piss poor performance.
So thanks for taking my pick, Paul. So I guess I'll go with the Bears because we don't know what the fuck this team is coming with. I'm a firm believer the Packers are not a great football team. I'm not saying they're frauds, but their face card declines. I'll say that. Their face card is known for declining. But I want to see this Bears team to see if they can play this wire to wire, edgy, this last second heroics football in the playoffs. I want to see if they can win a game or two because we saw Jaden Daniels go on a run last year. We said Caleb Williams can't.
You did.
So I
Same
definitely
draft
could.
class also is Drake May. You got Drake May and Caleb Williams in the same draft class, both in this playoff picture right now.
I'm telling you. So yeah, but I also do think it comes down to the team that plays the best defense as well. Whoever's coming in this bitch ready to lock up and not let the team just run all over them and go crazy on them. That's the team that's sticking out. So like the Texans is low key a sleeper too.
The other team I was the three. If I had to pick three, it would have been literally the same three: the Texans, the Jaggies, and the Bears. Like, because I was like, the Texans have one of the best defenses in the league. It's like, what version of their offense is going to show up? I mean, we got games on Saturday. We got two games Saturday, one, two, three games Sunday, and the game on Monday. So they are spacing it out throughout the weekend plus Monday. Unfortunately, we're opening up on Saturday at 4:30 with what is the most lopsided game on the slate. The
Oh
Panthers are
no.
10.5 point dogs at home with the Rams coming into town. MVP Stafford rolling in. Ice Bryce taking on the vet. I may have some dogs coming up on the slate, but I'm going to tip my hand early because there's some more games and more interesting games to talk about. The Rams I think should come in here and take care of business. I know how they look towards the end of the season, and people might argue that, especially Marcus would argue that right now. My whole thing is I don't give a fuck how they looked in the regular season. It's the playoffs. This is a veteran led team across the board with a coach that's been there, done that. I don't care if they're on the road. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Veteran led team, the better team, and a team that I think is gonna just take the air out the ball and just play the smartest football we've ever seen. And so I think the Rams 10.5 points. There's the biggest spread on the slate for a reason, Kev. Is there anything you could say to argue me off this ledge, or are we both standing there with the Rams?
You better go check the Rams record against the NFC South.
I do know. I was waiting for you to say. I was waiting for you to bring that up.
You better go the best division in the league, the best, the most dramatic, the
And
most.
the Panthers beat them last time they played in the bank earlier.
Yes. That's why I don't like the 10 point spread. I'm like, come on, bro. They just smacked them boys. At least make it like a six. Make it within a touchdown. Like, you feel me? But I also have the Rams, but I don't think the Rams come through and handle business like that. I don't think the Rams come through and smack them boys. I think this is like a 14-10 type game, like 17-13 type game type shit.
So I'm picturing like a 24-13 type of game where they barely cover it,
Mm-mm.
but I just don't see the Panthers I've seen struggle bad
Yeah,
and
the Pan.
long periods of time.
This is one of those games where like you don't know what you don't know. So the Panthers do have a chance, but they didn't finish off the season strong either. So that's why I think both these teams, this is where they pick up their momentum, and the Rams just have a better chance of doing that. But and the Rams historically play really good in the first round. Like last time I've seen them lose in the first round, they almost beat the Eagles when they went on to win the championship.
Honestly, though, out of all the games, it may be because this is the biggest spread. I won't be mad if the Panthers win. If I'm here just for a pure entertainment standpoint, Rams again upset to kick off wild card weekend in a game that like I have no hopes for. Oh, I couldn't write a better script.
No such thing. I don't like them to do it, but if they did, that'd be
It's like
hilarious.
FGCU beating the number two team in the country in March Madness. It's like, oh fuck, I couldn't write a better script than this right now. Oh, are you winning it all? Probably not, but I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
And then the big game on a Saturday night. Oh, so if you don't know, we're both taking the Rams here. I got the minus 10.5. Kev think the Panthers will cover that 10.5. But Saturday night, divisional game. Bears are the home dog here. 1.5 point dog at home with the Packers coming into town. Jordan Love's first game as a starter in like 3 weeks. Does that matter? Or if it or did was your pick already decided once the matchups were made?
Who did you say was coming back?
Jordan Love.
It doesn't matter who's coming back, Paul.
Cardiac
All,
arrest Bears.
all season, I was saying, I don't know about the Bears. I don't know about the Bears. I don't know about the Bears. Playoff time. If we talking who really run the NFC North, the NFC North, NAWF. I gotta give it to the Bears and Ben Johnson. I think this team is another team that doesn't know what they don't know. And they're gonna come in. Odunze's come. The homie just told me Odunze's coming back. You got Cleveland Loveland. Like, I think it's gonna be a close game. And like, I actually prefer the Bears to be down in the fourth quarter and be running and making a drive, come back. You feel me? But I got the Bears in this game. And is it in Chicago?
In Chicago. Home
That's all I
dog.
needed to hear. How many? The last time the Chicago probably had a home game was when they missed that bitch wide right.
Unfortunately, I thought I was gonna be a Ben Johnson favorite. I thought I was gonna be the Caleb Williams train guy. We're gonna have something separate here. So I'm taking the Packers here, mainly because some. If you remember the two games they had, they played 2 hours fucking worth of ball, right? 60 minutes and 60 minutes. The
And
second game,
then
the Bears won on an overtime last play went like they didn't have the lead the whole game until the overtime fucking scored to walk off win. The other
over
game
the
they didn't
top.
have the lead until like the last 2 minutes, minute and a half, cardiac Bears for you. And it's just like that's not winning football. Like you can't be you can't win you can't have 2 hours worth of gameplay with a team and only be up for a total of a minute and a half worth of fucking time for me to say, yeah, you'll do it again the third one too. Could be wrong. It would be exciting. I'm honestly not a fan of Jordan Love, not a fan of them boys really over there. I would like the Bears to win, Ben Johnson to win, Caleb Williams, the whole squad, everything. But I think the Packers, with Josh Jacobs being healthy, Jordan Love coming back and being healthy, them kind of losing both those games when they kind of shouldn't have lost those games. They were the better team for majority of the game. And to top it off, the veteranship. These teams have been there, whereas we got back-to-back teams with the Panthers and Bears with quarterbacks that are younger, haven't been there, haven't experienced what it means that every drive matters. Whereas on the other side, I think these teams kind of know how to every point will matter, every drive will matter. And the Bears, you can't win every game off the fucking fact that y'all lead the league in turnovers. What if y'all get none this week?
Paul, Paul doesn't believe in the youth. Guy Sensei would be disappointed.
Give me the old men of the NFL, the old guard, as some say. So Kev got the Bears, I got the Packers. Moving on to Sunday. This
Where
is
the Bears,
honestly,
where the Bears is a dog, a home dog.
yeah, home dog.
Yes, I got me a dog.
Moving on
Damn,
to
Paul, you ain't got no dogs, bro.
moving on to Sunday, 1 o'clock. What might be the best game on the slate? The Jaguars take on the Bills in Jacksonville.
Absolute cinema.
Jags are now a 1 point favorite. This opened up and the Bills were underdogs. It's actually kind of crazy because Jacksonville's favored by 1.5, but the Bills are favored on the money line.
Mm,
This don't make no
that's
sense.
crazy. I've
It don't
never
make
heard that
no
before.
sense. I don't know who's really an underdog here, Kev.
I think we might be the underdogs because we got to pick somebody.
Yeah. I'm gonna be happy. This is the best game on the slate. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. This is Jaguars litmus test. If they can beat and then on the other side, this is the Josh Allen, like no excuse. There ain't no Patty Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow. Like if you're the MVP candidate,
Damn, none of them niggas is there.
this is you with some youngins, bro. This is the year. This is the fucking year.
T-Law.
How you feeling this game? 1 o'clock rolls around. You better be ready. You better be at home.
Hey, bro, I might have to take Jaguars money line, brother. T-Law, I need you to lock in. I need you to do it. I need you to make it happen. Litmus test. But if he comes in this bitch and has 100 turnovers, like fuck, this nigga is not him. I mean, this individual is not him.
To me, the deciding factor is James Cook. Can the Jaguars,
Yeah,
whose defense has been able to keep, they're like the number 1 or 2 rush defense in the NFL. If they can keep James Cook under 75 yards, I think they win this game. I think Josh Allen hasn't. Everyone's been waiting for Josh Allen to turn it on. Like it's not turning on. Like we're here. This is what we've seen.
I mean, he's turned it on a couple times.
I'm not saying T Law the best quarterback, but right now he's
If
playing
he
the
keeps
best ball.
if he keeps that same energy,
And I was in my haircut. We don't know fucking. Oh, the car go over there? We didn't know I got my shit fresh cut. My barber was telling me he sees things a little different because he sees like he sees it all as like a corporation, a money making machine, and that's what it is. And he was just like he said something to me that kind of like rung true, and I could see the point of view that he's coming from. He was like, even when that motherfucker Trevor Lawrence was at college, they wanted to make him a star. Like, everything was for Trevor, like Trevor Lawrence, Clemson, everything, the long hair, he whole story behind him, religion, everything. They want to make him a star. And then he came to the NFL, he went to the Jags, and like they haven't done it yet, but they want him to be a big deal. And they're like, he said like he thinks they winning it all this year type shit because he's like they want Trevor Lawrence to be the multi-million-dollar man that he could become.
I love hearing people's takes.
And I was sitting there like, you're not wrong, but he still got to beat the Bills. Like they ain't gonna just give it to you. But I do understand what you're saying. We're like, hey, if this motherfucker could win, it's that's billions of dollars that could come in right now. Come to Jaguars. I think they have the better defense, and if they can just keep James Cook to under 75 yards, and they make
You
Josh
know,
Allen do everything, that's at least where they want to be. I'm taking the Jags, but this is the best game on the slate.
best game by far. And I don't know if I'm gonna be back by 1 o'clock because I gotta go to church.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence
Might
wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, I might disappear at 12:45. Like, all right, love y'all.
Second biggest slate on the fucking second biggest spread on the slate. Eagles 6 point favorites with the 49ers coming into town. It's in Philly.
Boy,
This game opened.
Philadelphia.
This game opened 4 days ago, whenever the games got decided, and the Eagles are just 3 point favorites. Here we are, and they're 6 point favorites. This spread has doubled since it's opened.
They don't got no love for Brock Purdy. They didn't see
No
what we saw.
love for the Brock.
They didn't see what we saw Sunday Night Football.
I don't know if I'm saving my pick, but I don't know if I got love for Brock Purdy right now.
You ain't got no love for Brock. You ain't got no money for Brock Purdy. You ain't taking no props on Brock Purdy.
Maybe an interception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about
I
to
got the
say
Cooper the Gene to get one of them things.
I'm crying. You know he got one of the Bella twins.
Oh, does he? I didn't know that.
He like 42. I was like, "Mm," and they look phenomenal.
That shit is
But
kind of crazy though. He only like 30.
Cooper DeJean,
Oh, Cooper the Gene got a Bellator win. He only like
yes.
25.
Yeah, I was about to say he's younger than us.
I didn't talk about Brock Purdy. I'm like Brock Purdy might be like
Nah,
30.
young gun, and she bad kid. I don't know if it's John Cena's old one,
It's one of
but
the two.
she bad, 42, bad. But back on topic. I think the Eagles defense is a crazy deciding factor because we don't know what Eagles offense is coming in. We just know nobody wants to go into Philadelphia in the playoffs. That's just not a fun place to be.
The link is gonna be Rock.
What? What? So I'm actually torn because I think the 49ers are having playing better ball and more consistent ball, besides for like that last game. But the Eagles defense is just ferocious right now. I think at the end of the season, the Texans has had the best defense all season, but at the end of the season, those last 4 or 5 weeks, the Eagles might have had the best defense. They also were playing some shit teams, but
I was so locked in on who I had for this game, but then you made some good points where I'm looking at things. I'm like, 49ers offense have been explosive, minus that one game against the Seahawks. And on the other side, the Eagles defense has been phenomenal. Offense barely pulling it along to get the
mhm,
wins. I got to stick with who I had before we came in here because I almost talked myself into the 49ers. But the Eagles, I think when it's all said and done and they have to lock in, I still think they're a good ball club. They're great on the O line, great on the D line, great run game. And then if Jalen Hurts just plays normal football and doesn't let the outside noise get to him, like they're hard to beat.
mm,
And I could definitely see Brock Purdy making more mistakes than Jalen Hurts this game. I can see Brock Purdy
facts.
having an interception early and the Eagles capitalize easily.
The only reason why I think I can trust to pick the Eagles over the 49ers is because the 49ers defense let Caleb Williams fucking smack their ass. And then Sam Darnold smacked their ass. But so the 49ers defense is not something I'm trusting with an offense that not inconsistent, but has shown that they can be stopped.
I will say also 49ers with all the injuries that happened throughout the year. Trent Williams may be back this game, and they did go 12-5. The Eagles are 11-6. Like, and they're a 6 point. Like the Panthers are the only other game even remotely close to this spread, and it's like there's a clear, obvious difference in caliber of team. And then, whereas this one is just kind of like, wow, everybody's betting the Eagles right now.
Dang, I want to pick the 49ers so bad, but I gotta take these Eagles.
This is gonna be a game I will be watching at 4:30. Real like locked in. Like, oh, this will be another litmus test game. Like if the like, who knows what could happen? Patriots 3.5 point favorites with the Chargers coming into town. NBC Peacock 8 o'clock. Let's be there. Honestly, the spread hasn't moved. The total hasn't moved. This game has been basically the same. Everyone's kind of back and forth on the picks. I love the Chargers. It just sucks that like they made it to the dance. Like here they are, playoff time, and their O line is just absolutely destroyed. Like if they had these injuries week one and they fought their way to week 17, 18, and made it to the playoffs and people got healthy, you can maybe talk me into the Herbert, Omarion Hampton, Harbaugh's defense loves to tackle, O line's phenomenal. Right now, they out there with fucking scrubs and Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson's a dog. But other than that, they out there with scrubs, and you're going up against who arguably might be the best team on the AFC side. I know the Broncos got the title, but we got an MVP candidate on the other side of the field with Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers have definitely willed their way into the playoffs with all those different frustrations and obstacles and adversity that they faced. But this Drake May led team has been showing that they can come through, even on the games where he only scores one touchdown, they're still scoring 30, like high 20s. Like they can come through and score. Like, and I don't think the Chargers defense has enough has enough weapons or isn't has enough in the tank to stop this explosive offense. This offense when especially when they start getting going and they get in a rhythm. I gotta take Drake Man and the boys, even though I got nothing but love for Jay Herbo and John Harbaugh.
There was no 1,000 yard rusher for the Patriots this year, while Drake May's doing the things he's doing. And if he beats Herbert, let's say in this game, he's got his first playoff win before Herbert because Herbert still has yet to get a win in the playoffs.
Crazy,
Absolute wild.
crazy. So who you got?
But you could take this bitch back to the 2024 draft. and I would have told you who I got. Quarterback out of University of North Carolina, Drake May. Every fucking day of the week. Give me fucking. I've been big on him since the jump. I really think
have.
he is the next like Patty Mahomes and then Drake May. Like that. That's how we're gonna be moving from here on out. But like
You know what's crazy? You glazed that nigga so heavy on, I mean, that dude so heavy when we started, and I was like, why is Paul so? I understand Paul's high, but like, why is Paul so confident in bro now? And then I think they start like 1-2 or something like
it
that.
was literally yeah. They started 1-2, then they went like two. They went like 3-3, and it was the fucking Sunday night football game against the Bills, and they were like a 6 point dog. And I was like, I'm hanging all my nuts on the line. Like Drake May's story starts tonight, and it's gonna be right here. And then did his thing.
I was like, yo, he's been on fire ever since.
So you gotta have confidence in that motherfucker. You know they say speak that bitch into existence. It's not luck, Kev. It's God.
I respect it.
Monday Night Football. This is the most low key game of the slate. This could be the lowest scoring game of the slate. Steelers 3 point home dog, Kev. Ackershire, aka Heinz Field. 3 point dogs for the Steelers. The terrible towels will be in attendance with the Houston Texans coming into town. GJ Stroud, this will be his third playoff appearance. DeMarco Ryan, a lot of people wanted him fired early on in the season. Next thing you know, they 12-5, and if the Jags don't have the season they have, they probably at home for this game. But they got the Steelers. How do you feel about this? Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin coming off a big win with the Ravens. The Texans, on the other hand, kind of the same kind of team. Good defense on some. Like you never know what's coming out of the offense.
Yeah, I mean, if the Texans offense can play diligent ball, keep the hold the time of possession and work the field and score, put points on the board, it's an easy game for them. This defense is fucking remarkable. And the way that Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers can show that he can make mistakes, capitalize. Once they start beginning to capitalize, forcing fumbles, getting interceptions, getting these turnovers, getting big stops on third down, like I really think highly on the Texans in this game.
What if I told you the Texans are on a 9 game win streak right now?
Like shit is dangerous.
Very dangerous. I don't know if they were all. You taking the Texans?
I'm taking Houston, baby.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers veteranship here, and not even that, but just the Texans are a good ball club. I'm not completely sold on them, and they just haven't taken a loss in 9 consecutive weeks. And they're not a ball club that I can trust to win 10 straight weeks in a row. If they had taken a loss a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I'm probably locking them in confidently. But you're telling me I got to expect them to win 10 weeks in a row here. I can't see that. Eventually, they're gonna run into something. T.J. Watt's back for this game. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be playing. The stadium will be rocking. And you tell me I can get Pittsburgh as a home dog in the playoffs against a team that I'm not completely sold on. Even though I love the Texans defense, I'm gonna take the Pittsburgh Steelers here with Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers to get the dub.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. But D'Amico Ryans, if this offense can just play competent ball, I see the Steelers making a lot of mistakes. No matter if it's cold or not, no matter how many towels is in there.
All right. Well, shit. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, Kev. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games of the weekend. We'll be back to recap them and make our picks for the next slate. Again, if you got any prop bets or best bets, drop them down in the comments. We love to hear them. I'm Paul Pickle Winham, always joined with Kev, Waterboy Savoy.